Your boss is not looking for a sword to fall on. Hey, I am Chuck the Bureaucrat, and there is this weird Aesop's fable that helps explain why bureaucrats act the way they do in the Pentagon. A lion is chasing a gazelle across the grasslands, and the gazelle comes to a ravine and he jumps across it. The lion slides to a stop, doubting that he can actually jump the ravine. Now, a nearby jackal sees this, and he says to the lion, "Surely a king as great as you is not going to be defeated by some scared little gazelle." So the lion backs up, he gets a running start, and he jumps over the ravine. But he doesn't make it to the other side. Instead, he falls to the bottom, bouncing and rolling off rocks. And the jackal just shrugs, walks to the bottom of the ravine, and has a feast on the lion. You see, there's a certain type of person who comes to the Pentagon looking for a champion, someone who will underwrite the risk associated with some endeavor. Essentially, a jackal who's trying to convince the lion to do something that the lion shouldn't really do. One time, I was helping this command that was trying to get a policy change, and they'd been sending people to the Pentagon for years, pitching this idea, but nobody thought it was a good idea. Of course, you know me, I was advocating that they find allies, address the objections that people had to the policy change, and then make modifications so that they could address the needs of other offices. But the colonel spearheading this thing said to me, "I don't care how many people say no, I just need one person to say yes." And of course, they never got what they wanted. The main reason that they failed was they were looking for that champion, somebody to take the risk of jumping across the ravine. And senior leaders do not become the king of the jungle by taking long-shot risks on things that everybody else thinks is a bad idea. I'd even go so far as to say, you don't want a champion. Aside from the fact that the presence of a champion indicates that you lack a supporting coalition, there's another reason that you don't want a champion. When a champion pushes an initiative forward through sheer force of will, that initiative is going to founder as soon as the champion moves on to his next job. And I can understand why operators would make this mistake. At the operational level, things move faster, so it's easier to get an initiative completed before the champion leaves. But at the Pentagon level, things move a lot slower, and this pitfall is a lot more likely. Oh, and don't forget that when you use a champion, there's probably a coalition forming against you, biding their time and lining up all their arguments. So it is a good idea to build those alliances by watching this video.